Taurus, welcome to your mid-May tarot reading, or whenever you find it. Energy and time is fluid, not linear. Okay, if you did not watch your tarot and your sign, it is out. It's in a different format that I've done before, so I will post a link to it at the end of this video. And do take a look at the playlist. There is a message in there for you. The readings are timeless, so do take a look at that. So let's see what's going on with you. Here we go. We have Coyote Spirit 16. Trust in divine detours. I do believe in that. The universe knows everything. It's much wiser than us. And yeah, sometimes we have an idea in mind for a destination, but things happen. Course changes. Be flexible is what I'm hearing. All right, let's see what we have here with our oracle. We have excuse me, wisdom. I don't know what happened there. Wisdom with a 22. You think about animals, in a way, they're very wise, very instinctual, very smart. Okay, so you could be gaining wisdom at this time, which is really good. Maybe you have a mentor, learning something, that's for sure, right? And we have here and now with a 32. Oh, it's interesting. 16 and 16 is 32. All right, let's grab our bonus cards over here. I'm a little discombobulated this morning because I went to use my Adobe Express. That's how I make my thumbnails and stuff. And I've been using the old version of the app very happily. And it is now forcing me to, which I won't. I'm not going to download the new one. I have two different iPhones. But it's trying to force me to download the new app, which is total garbage, I have to say. Not happy about it at all. I'm not happy. It is the worst unuser-friendly app I have ever seen. The old one was perfect. I'd pay money for the old one. Just leave it alone, Adobe. I'm sorry. All right, Taurus, I had to rant on that because I'm very unhappy. If any of your, use Adobe Express app, you will know what I'm talking about. It is horrible. I've never seen anything so chopped up and poorly done in my entire life. Awful. Okay, that's enough of that. So, Two of Pentacles. Balance, possibly. That is a Capricorn card. So we definitely got earth energy coming in for you. Let's get to it. Let's not waste any time here. Justice. Ooh, so we have balance here too, and we have balance there. That's something. And Libra energy. And now we have King of Swords. Ooh. I feel like I have a tickle in my throat. Hold on. That's Aquarius energy. I don't know what I did to my knuckle this morning. I hit it on something. It's so weird. And it looks fresh. I don't know what the heck happened. All right, let's see what energy is crossing this. It feels like I have a feather in my throat, oddly. I don't know how else to describe it. There's a like a tickle. Not quite a tickle. It's weird. It's I don't know. All right. So 7 of Cups crossing the 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles again. Okay, when a card comes up twice in a reading or more, it's really emphasizing this in some way. And we have, okay, Aquarius on Aquarius energy here, the Fool. I think you're being wise about any risk you might be taking right now. And look at this. Okay, so we have, I'm really looking at these oracle cards and being drawn to them. We have trust in divine detours, right? Look at this card. Sorry, I keep knocking them down. Past, and we have future, but we have directional signs. So where are you, Taurus, in your mindset? I'm thinking, are you living in the past? Are you living in the future? Because if you think too much about if you're spending too much time thinking about your past, you're not in here and now. And sometimes if you're even thinking too much about the future, even if it's good, you're not in here and now. So dreamy fantasy quality, that's coming over. So, all right, let me, all right, I'm so discombobulated this morning. So, Two of Pentacles, this is about balance, right? And it's kind of a, we can define it as work and play, but those may not be the main things in your life. You may have more than two things in your life. But if we were to break it down into two things, you know, what what do you give the most weight to? What are you putting what are you actively in a juggling act with in your life? Is one thing getting more attention than the other? It could be that you're starting to see this future energy. Now, this feels like more like future energy, thinking about options, a dreamy quality because the sevens are mystery. So it could be that you might be becoming out of balance because you're spending too much time in your head, in the aether, in the thinking part of something. Now, this is recent past. Some of you haven't caught up to this timeline. Some of you are way past it. I don't know. But there is a imbalance here with your practicality, what you're doing here on earth, and this wishful, hopeful thinking. I mean, this is fine. It's not a bad card, but it could be if it's too much, if there's not enough doing and too much thinking, that's what I'm feeling there. Could be out of balance. And so, man, you got a lot of cards of balance here because we have justice. This is a card of karma. It's a card of consequences. It's a card of, what you're doing. It's going to reap something, right? And so we have, and this is a universal law. Okay. This is not up for negotiation or anything like that. What you spend your time actually doing, not just the thinking, because we have that aspect here of, I feel like it's imbalanced because there's a lot of fantasy, a lot of dreams, a lot of options, a lot of thinking, a lot, maybe confusion of what to pick, what to do. And the universe here is coming in and telling you that the time you have spent on that, it's going to influence your future. It's a cause. This is cause and effect. Okay. So this is saying focus on what you need to keep in balance. This is the most important part of these two cards because it's that underlying energy. And now it's coming in across this energy as this is what's important here. Keeping balance in your life, not letting any one thing throw you off balance. That's what I'm getting with these two cards. So it's saying pay attention to what you're paying attention to in the here and now. Because think about it. If we think about an actual physical juggling, what would happen if his mind wandered? I mean, he might be able to keep it up for a second or two, but eventually the whole thing would topple because there's no here and now focus. And we have wisdom and books. We see this King of Swords. This is a card of wisdom and knowledge, intellect, logic, sometimes justice, could be a judge energy or something like that. Lawyer, even, somebody official. And you have wisdom at the heart of this. So I'm thinking here, there is something that you're dreaming about, fantasizing about, but haven't put any like real action towards. But this is saying, go ahead and take a leap, but make sure you've done your homework. Make sure you know everything you feel like you need to know about this before you jump in. That's what I'm getting here. Is taking a risk, taking a leap of faith on something that you feel like you're pretty knowledgeable about. That's what I'm getting with these two cards. And that puts you in brings us into the here and now with that energy right at the end of saying, well, let's just go for it kind of thing. Is there a detour going to show up here somewhere with, I don't know. We'll see. We've got two cards popping out together. I'm going to keep them together. So we have the Eight of Cups and the Seven of Wands, leaving things behind and standing your ground. Both card of having boundaries in a way, because the Eight of Cups says that you have decided that you're not going to tolerate certain things anymore. You're drawing a line in the sand. You're walking away from things. You're protecting yourself, or, something like that. Four of Swords and the Two of Cups. Another card, I would say, of balance. Yin and yang, right? On the inside. We have a lot of twos here. All right, so now we have this energy crossing that, the Nine of Pentacles, self-sufficiency. And the Eight of Cups and the Seven of Wands do feel, to me, like someone who is single, possibly, or just acting on a singular mindset, something that they feel is good for them. That's a choice being made to walk away from things. It's a choice to stand your ground and stand firmly on what you believe in. We have the Ace of Swords and the Page of Swords. My throat in this reading, do you hear that? You might have something going on with your throat chakra. Either there's something you want to say but you haven't said it, or something like that, something with your throat chakra. Yeah, I get this feeling of holding back, and sometimes we have to. It's not always about telling people off, or sometimes it's better to not say anything at all. Because when you do, you let people know how you feel about something, and you may not want people to know. You might want to keep that to yourself. I don't know why that message is coming out. So here we have, this could be what this is about. Because we have the Seven of Cups and we go to the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is making a decision. The Seven of Cups is looking at all these different things. It's everything that the universe, world, whatever has to offer. And you may not like any of those choices. You might just decide, it's not for me, and walk away. You may not even be sure exactly what you want, but none of those things is what you want. Right? And I mean, that's a start. That's a start. That's being firm in your beliefs. And we see it here again, being firm in your beliefs. And this is also that eclipse energy here of release. And while you're releasing that, you're standing firm here in what you believe in your spirit, because we have wands, drawing a line in the sand, knowing what you don't want, knowing what you do want. You don't want that. You don't want emotional unfulfillment, drama, whatever that could be. This is the card of kind of being single. This is self-sufficiency, taking care of yourself, having unique skills, little luxuries. This is a great card. I love this card. This is something to strive for if you don't have it. So that's a good energy crossing that. This is saying that you're focused on you and your wealth and your well-being. And you're not going to let anybody come across that. You're going to let any of this get in your way. You're moving away from it. So I really like that. In the heart of your reading here, wow. Four of Swords, rest and relaxation, rejuvenation, really a focus on your mental well-being. After having decided that you were going to leave some things behind, Maybe that's what you were juggling, relationships or emotions that weren't healthy for you or weren't good or weren't satisfying, whatever it was, and the universe is coming in. I know this isn't a major arcana, but it almost feels like it in this way because it's, oh, I feel like I gotta sneeze now. This is a victory. This is this is like divine antenna to your higher wisdom here. This is truth, your divine truth. And when we add the 4 and the 5, or sorry, the 4 and the ace, we get a 5, which is change. Oh, excuse me, man, my nose is all of a sudden. So this is the right time because I see a clock here and I see the time turner there, the hourglass. I think you are focused on, I keep hearing your mental health and well-being. And with this sword, it's holding the ace of swords there. This is the ace, that was the 3, that's where you gained a lot of wisdom about your journey. This gives you the power to cut things out whenever it's just not working for you. I feel a lot of personal power in this reading, a lot of autonomy, you taking control of the direction of your life. Now, when you do this, this could be that divine detour, um, an actual connection could come in for you. Now, it says 2 of Cups. This is a soulmate energy, does not have to be romance. We don't have anything else here that suggests it's romance. I mean, it could be. We have the Page of Swords here. This is someone watching you, looking at you, messaging you, possibly, because this is communication, possibly truthful. Could be an air sign. But there's a possibility here for a connection with someone. I'm just going to say soulmate connection, possibly. If not, this is you in your balance, creating harmony in your life with the yin and yang, because we have both inside of us. And then having looking at the world with new, curious eyes, like this page, just like about to set off on an adventure. Not yet, but just kind of youthful and with a lot of promise, right? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I feel. If you get a different message while I'm reading, just take it. Okay. Let's see some future energy here. Well, that was a chunk. Not happy with you, Adobe Express. Oh my gosh. If somebody knows of an alternative free image creator thing, let me know. Put it in the comments, because that is just unusable, the new one. All right, King of Pentacles. Okay. This could start out as just little sweet messages, innocent messages, because we do have a page. We have some Taurus energy coming in here, very mature with the King of Pentacles. Ace of Swords again. Wow. You have two of Pentacles and you have 2 Ace of Swords. How do you like that? Ooh, and the 8 of Wands here, Sagittarius. Fiery, lots more messages. Oh boy. So let's see what's crossing these energies here. Ah, 3 of Cups. You might meet this person in a social gathering. 4 of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords. A lot of swords in this reading, Taurus. A lot of thinking going on. A lot of questioning. All right. So we have the King of Pentacles crossed by the 3 of Cups. Taurus, this is you. You could be dealing with another Taurus. Honestly, I know it's weird. I don't feel like this one is you. How odd is that? I mean, it could be you, but you could be meeting your match at a social gathering. This is a card of community and, you know, celebration, happiness. But why isn't I'm not feeling like this is you? Isn't that peculiar? So this is a card of you. It's stability. It's being reliable, persistent. It's a businessman type energy, male or female. It doesn't really matter. But I get the feeling you're going to meet this person because I'm not feeling this is you. And how weird. That is so weird. Yeah, I feel like you're going to meet this person and they're very stable at some kind of a function, a gathering. It could be reason why this is coming up. It could be because it's a business related meeting, event, party, picnic, something. They may not even work for the same company as you, you know? I don't know why I'm getting that. So we have the Ace of Swords again. Woo! So victory, connection to the divine, almost like a divine antenna. It's about wisdom and truth and knowledge, but also new beginnings. All aces are new beginnings. All aces are potential. So there's some kind of potential here for you to know the truth right now, for you to have victory right now. It just depends on what is going on in your life. This is the energy that is coming to you. This is the energy that is around you twice now. And let me point this out. How interesting is this? This is as pay attention to synchronicities right now, Taurus, because we have the 4 being crossed by the ace, and now we have an ace being crossed by the 4. So we have basically 4, 1, 1, 4. I don't know if you're seeing those numbers somewhere. There's something synchronistic about this because we have 2 of Pentacles and we have a 2 of Swords. We got a lot of 2s here. Huh. And we have the 2 of Cups. So this 4 of Pentacles is holding on. This is a card of Capricorn. It's saving, but it's holding on tightly to something. There is some kind of knowledge that you have gained through this process that you're going to hold on to no matter what. You're never going to forget it. That's what I'm getting from this, because it's showing right here when you're in this deep healing and meditative state, the answers are going to come to you. And once you get a hold of this truth and this power is what this is, this Ace of Swords, because knowledge is power, wisdom is power, you're never going to let it go. This is yours now, and nobody can take it from you. Nobody can take this from you. Whew. And here we go. Now we have some movement. The aces, swords are also communication. This communication with this person is going to be, it's going to pick up, it's going to get faster. There could be some passion here. We have wands. You are undecided for some reason. Perhaps in the past, you made poor decisions, possibly. Maybe you were fooled with that 7 of Cups in the past. Maybe you thought something was something it wasn't. So this is saying that despite all your knowledge and wisdom that is showing up all over this reading, this is saying trust your gut and your intuition when it comes to this, whatever this movement, the speed that's happening here. Trust your intuition and trust your gut. There's more than meets the eye here. If she was to turn around, because she's not actually blindfolded, she could see these hills in the distance. She could see that there's more options around her. She doesn't have to choose this one or that one. You don't have to choose this person. They're not the only one out there. They might be great, great on paper or just great person, but maybe you just don't feel the same way. You don't have to settle Don't settle for anything, you know, and maybe that's the message here is just don't settle, you know. You're going to get to where you need to get by trusting in divine detours. And maybe that's what this last message is all about, you know, because I think you started off with one thing and now we've come through this interesting meandering reading here to come to this where you have to trust in this detour. This could be the detour, this 8 of Wands, because this is direction. This is your focus going in a certain direction. You might be changing it. All right, let's look at the bonus cards over here if I can pick them up. Weird morning. Fairy magic. Respectfully work with the fairies and elementals to achieve your goals. Abundance. Lucky times are ahead of you, along with good news, success, and prosperity. Okay. We have key. Oh, I like this a lot. Successful outcome to your problems. I'm not seeing a ton of problems here. We have bat. Take care. Enemies are working against you. I think, you know, for most of us, the enemies at play are the interjects in our mind. It's indecision. It's second guessing ourselves, you know. And we have Quill. Get back to basics, you know. And if all else fails, you know, journal is what I'm getting there with that one. Do a journal. All right, last card. Let's get a Stoic Wisdom. Then Wisdom popped out again. Okay, let's see what we have. Ah, wow. Okay, haven't seen this one. We have Seneca. Sometimes even to live is an act of courage. Oh, Lord, I haven't read this one yet. Let's see. Courage. Okay, look at that. We have Leo, the lion here. Share one honest opinion today that you've been hesitant to express. That is so weird because I feel like my throat chakra. Remember how I said earlier there's something you want to say, but you're not saying it? Oh, what is it, Taurus? True courage isn't fearlessness, but acting rightly despite fear. Like a tree bending in the storm, strength comes from flexibility with firmness. Did I say something about being flexible with this thing? Yeah, I think I did. Oh, how interesting. Okay. Acting rightly despite fear. Ooh, yeah. Okay, have courage there, Taurus. Maybe with this, trusting your intuition as well. All right, well, I hope this made sense to somebody. I think it probably did to someone somewhere if the message gets to them. All right, that's going to be it for now. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you next time.